So leading things off for Wellington is going to be Torrey Payne. And first pitch in there for strike number one. And first pitch is going to get hit over towards short. Short fires across to first base. And the first out made in the infield by the Broncos. Brings up to bat now Kaylee Riles. And the first pitch to Kaylee misses inside for ball one. And foul right there at the plate for 1-1. The 1-1, and they fire across the second. And my mistake, the Wolverines runner was safe. Ruled safe. Quick wheels, gets her over there, now over at second base in scoring position. And Kaylee hits that one over to short. Short picks up the ball, fires across to first, but running on over to third is the Wolverines' potential first run, now just 60 feet away. Brings up to bat Catalina Barance. And the first pitch, Catalina misses low outside for ball one. Next pitch gets tapped foul to the left at third base. And the count moves to 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out here in the top of the first inning. And another ball that is a foul. And the count now 1-2. And that one's going to miss low as it bounces just before reaching home plate. Two and two the count. The 2-2 pitch swung and a miss for strike three. All right, so 2 outs, still runner at third, looking for an opportunity to get home, put the first run on that board. First pitch of the at-bat misses outside for ball one. Batter at the plate, number 33, Angelina Barance. And the second pitch grabs the outside part of the strike zone and brings the count to 1-1. And the 1-1 gonna miss, gonna make its way to the backstop. And that run comes on in as Torrey crosses. So the wild pitch makes its way to the backstop. And the Wolverines able to score the first run of the game. Count now 2-1. And the 2-1 gets hit over towards second base. Second baseman fields it, throws, and the third out made. Well, not before the Wolverines are able to get that runner, with Torrey making it safe at first as the leadoff batter and getting all the way around and crossing home plate on the wild pitch. We're gonna move into the bottom of the first with the Wolverines 1 and the Palm Beach Central Broncos looking for their first at-bats coming up. All right, bottom of the first inning. Working the circle for the Wellington Wolverines is number 18, Torrey Payne. And the first pitch delivered by Torrey is going to be in there for strike number 1. Batter for the Broncos, number 21, Sulio. That pitch going to miss wide for 1-1. Here comes the 1-1 delivery. A bunt laid down, stays in the box and called foul. All right, now Sulio down on the count, 1-2. Gonna need to protect here. Bunt off the table now with 2 strikes. And that pitch called for ball. Oh, ball 2. Okay, 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2 balls, 2 strikes on the leadoff batter here for the Broncos. And there's a swing and a miss for strike 3. All right, next batter up for the Broncos. Watches the first pitch sail high and outside for ball 1. Batter number 2, Spitalieri. Spitalier? I don't know. I'm trying my best here. Call time, step out of the box. Umpire gonna sweep the plate here. All right, here comes the 1-0. And the 1-0 hit foul towards third base. The count goes to 1-1. Here comes the 1-1 pitch. And that one's right in there for strike 2. And the 1-2 pitch is going to be fouled. Staying alive there is Sarah. And we stay here at 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes with 1 out. Broncos down by a run. And here comes the 1-2. That's going to get fouled out of play. And we remain at 1-2. And the 1-2 swung on and missed for strike 3. So 2 batters so far have come to the plate, and Torres put them both down on strikes. And the first pitch for the next batter, number 23, is in there for strike 1. Number 23, Rigoli, the batter. And she lays down a bunt, but comes off of her to stay foul. And now count 0-2. And the 0-2 delivery just high for 2-2. Sorry, 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes with 2 outs. And the 1-2 is going to get over to the shortstop, backhands, tries to throw across the diamond. And Rigoli's safe on a single towards the shortstop.
Yeah, but it's just the lights so bright. Put your sunglasses on.
And the first pitch for the next batter, number 12, in there for strike 1.
Jen, that's not your son.
And the next pitch gets hit over to third. Third fires across to first. And the third out made. So we round up 1 full inning. And your Wolverines are up by a score of 1-0 over the Palm Beach Central Broncos. Top of the second inning, leading things off for the Wolverines is Samantha Ellis. Riggins stays in the circle so far on 15 pitches. And the Wolverines up by a score of 1-0. And the first pitch is going to be bunted but foul for strike 1. All right, Sam looks for the 0-1 pitch. Riggin delivers, and once again fouled. Catches a little bit of the umpire's hand there. And catcher going to walk that one out, give the umpire a moment. Got a tough umpire there behind the plate. That could not have felt good. All right, no balls, 2 strikes here on Sam. And that's going to get hit over to first base. Easy for the first baseman to grab that one and make the first out here at the top of the second inning. All right, now up, Brianna Casey watches the first pitch, grab the outside part of the plate for strike 1. And that's going to miss well wide for 1-1.
Okay.
1-1 pitch, misses low outside for 2-1. Two balls, one strike, one out. And that's going to get hit over towards third. Comes off third baseman's glove. That's going to allow Brianna to reach first base. On the fielding error there by Haston at third. A little bit tough playing on that left side of the field currently with the sun beating down. Probably played a factor there. And first pitch misses low outside for ball one. Nice job by the catcher to keep that ball from getting past. All right, here comes the 1-0. And that's going to come off the end of the bat. We're going to go to 1-1. Batter at the plate here is Aaron Lowe. And Aaron watches that one sail wide. And the count now 2-1. And again on the outside part of the plate, Aaron reaches out to it. And count goes to 2-2. All right, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. And that pitch going to get fouled to the backstop. And we remain at 2-2. The 2-2 on the outside part of the plate gets hit over to the pitcher. She makes the play at first. All right, so the second out made there, but runner advances into scoring position as number 3, Maddie Touche, comes up to the plate for her at bat. All right, timeout call on the field. All right, now it looks like we're ready for action. So Maddie steps up and looks for the first pitch of her at bat. And first pitch going to miss wide for ball 1. All right, 1 ball, no strikes. And that's going to get tapped off the outside part of the bat. Stays in foul territory. And the count now 1-1.
Good for you. Maybe I should never quit. I'm feeling so right now. You could have been on the YouTube channel. I probably was.
1 ball, 1 strike. Now the count for Maddie. Runner at second base is Brianna Casey. Riggin continuing to work the circle on 30 pitches so far of her outing. And that one's going to get hit over second base. That's going to allow a run to come in. And Maddie on with an RBI single out into right field, but she takes advantage of the throw towards home plate to advance over to second. Nice heads up running there by Maddie Touche. And with that, updating the scoreboard here, I had a little bit of a mistake there, and the score is 2-0. All right, we're all caught up. 2-0 the score. Brings up to bat now the third baseman, Jasmine Jones. And Jasmine watches first pitch, grab the outside part of the plate for strike one. And that one comes right down the river. For strike two, hey, only takes one. Jasmine looking for hers. No balls, 2 strikes now the count. And swung on and missed for strike 3. So we round out the top of the second, and in each of the first 2 innings, the Wolverines able to bring 1 run across. We move into the bottom 2. It's the Wolverines 2, Palm Beach Central Broncos 0. All right, bottom of the second inning, with the Wolverines up on the Broncos by a score of 2-0, and the first batter is going to be Haston, number 5. And first pitch going to miss low and outside for ball 1. Comes the 1-0. And it's going to be in there for strike 1. One ball, 1 strike. And that's going to get hit towards center field. Center fielder under it, pedals back and grabs it to record the first out. Nice contact there, but great play by the center fielder, Gabby DeArcangelo. All right, brings up to bat now the pitcher, Riggin. Who watches the first delivery from Torrey Payne for strike 1.
School district info.
Next pitch, grabs strike zone. And the count quickly 0-2. And there's a 3-pitch strikeout by Torrey Payne. All right, next batter, Cedeno, number 6, comes up. And takes the first pitch, hits it over to third, but on the foul side of the line for 0-1. The 0-1 once again fouled up towards third base. And now count 0-2. All right, here comes the 0-2. And get it just missed low outside for 1-2. And the 1-2 pitch is swung on and missed for strike 3 and out number 3. So after 2 full innings, it's the Wellington Wolverines 2, the Palm Beach Central Broncos 0. To the top of the 3rd inning we go, and to the top of the lineup go the Wolverines as Torrey Payne comes back up to bat. So far 1 for 1 today on a shot over towards shortstop that she was able to out-hustle. And first pitch delivered misses wide for ball 1. Next delivery gets tapped over to shortstop again, who fields it, throws to first, but Torrey once again able to outrun the throw. So 2 at-bats, 2 hits over to short, and Torrey with her wheels able to outrun the throw. Gets her on base with a single once again. Things up to bat now, Kaylee Riles. And first pitch to Kaylee misses outside for ball 1. And Kaylee watches the next pitch, miss low, to go ahead by a count of 2-0. And the 2-0 gets hit out of play towards first base side. And the count out 2-1. And the 2-1 comes off the end of the bat over to first base, who throws over to second, try to get the lead runner. And does so. But Kaylee able to make it over to first base safe. Brings up to bat now Catalina Baranci. Catalina hits that one over to short. Oh, it comes off of shortstop's glove. And now runners at first and second for the Wolverines with 1 out. Hard hit ball, hard to handle there. And the Wolverines happy to have runners now at first and second base. See if they can put another number up on the scoreboard. And looking to try to make that happen is going to be Angelina, who takes the first pitch for strike 1. And next pitch for Angelina's at bat is going to get hit foul towards first base side, not a play. And 0-2 goes the count. Umpire all out of softballs, waiting for a ball to come into play. Here comes a couple from the PBC side. One goes to the pitcher, another one going to go to the umpire. All right, so here we go. Oh, another one comes in. All right, getting restocked. Well, Angelina is going to look to keep this one in play, unless she can get it over the outfield fence. And the 0-2's little putter there goes foul just in front of first base, and she stays alive. And the count remains 0-2. And the 0-2 is hit foul once again. And we stay here at 0-2. All right, no balls, 2 strikes, the count for Angelina. Catcher sets outside. That's going to come straight to the pitcher, who has a struggle trying to get the glove on it. Hard hit ball once again. And now bases are loaded. All right, Samantha Ellis now up at bat. And the first pitch misses way wide for ball 1. And Samantha's going to hit that one into left field. Left fielder under it makes the catch, but tagging up from third is Kaylee Riles. And Wellington's once again put another run on the board in another inning. So, RBI for Samantha out into left field. Puts your Wolverines up by a score of 3-0. Now at bat, Brianna Casey, who hits a hot shot to second base. Second baseman makes a nice play on that to record the out and end the inning. But not before, once again, your Wolverines able to score 1 run. So 3 innings played, 1 run scored in each, and your Wolverines up by a score of 3-0 over the Palm Beach Central Broncos as we head into the bottom of the 3rd inning. Bottom of the 3rd inning, and we've got a change in the field as Kaylee Riles, the catcher for the first several innings, is now swapped out for Angelina Barance. And the first batter for the Broncos shows bunt for strike 1. This is number 18, Addie McFadden. And that pitch is going to head on over to short. Short picks it up, fires to first base. And the out made. Nice play by Maddie Touche at shortstop.
Let's go.
All right, first pitch bunted, but comes off the plate for a foul ball for strike 1 on the batter number 4. Tori Payne on 30 pitches. Pitch 31 coming right now. That's going to get hit over towards first base, but in foul territory. And the count moves to 0-2.
Hey, let's go, Lo.
And here comes the 0-2 pitch. And it's going to get fouled straight back to the backstop.
Hey, keep fighting, go.
And we'll stay here at 0-2. Bottom of the 3rd inning. Wolverines up by a score of 3-0. And here comes the 0-2 pitch. That's going to come into right field. Right fielder underneath it. And Samantha Ellis catches that one for out number 2. 2 outs brings the next batter, number 21 for the Broncos, to the plate. That is Sulio. And she shows bunt, but misses that one for strike one. Next pitch grabs the outside part of the zone for 0-2. And the 0-2 fouled to the right side of the backstop, and we stayed 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. And the 0-2 sails high for 1 ball, 2 strikes. Waiting for the pitch call to come in. There it is. Tori's set. And here comes the 1-2. And grabs the outside part of the plate for looking K. Top of the 4th inning. Leading things off for the Wolverines is Aaron Lowe. First pitch to Aaron in there for strike number 1. And that pitch going to get hit over to second. Second knocks it down, but Aaron going to reach first base as the ball spins away from the second baseman. So Wolverines able to get the lead batter, Aaron Lowe, on the base paths. Brings up to bat now. Number 3, who hits it? A little dinker there. Shortstop picks it up, fires to first. And in a close play, Maddie is called out. Aaron able to advance over into scoring position though. See if the Wolverines can take advantage of that. Brings up to bat now Jasmine Jones. And Jasmine shows for bunt and takes for strike 1. And Jasmine is going to hit over into right field. Right fielder under it, makes the catch. Tagging up is Aaron, and she now moves 60 feet away from scoring another run for the Wolverines. See if they can make it 4 consecutive innings with scoring. And now Tori Payne up to bat. Watches the first pitch, just miss outside for ball 1. And that pitch going to get away. But Aaron stays there at third. And the count now 2-0. And that one's going to get hit over short. Short picks it up, fires to first base, and it gets away. And with that, run scores. Fourth consecutive inning that the Wolverines have been able to bring a runner across home plate to score. And first pitch to number 12. Kaylee Riles gets hit back to the pitcher, who makes the third out. So 4 innings played, 4 runs have come across for the Wolverines, and the Broncos still looking to bring their first run across home plate. Bottom of the 4th inning we move with the Wolverines up by a score of 4-0. Another defensive change here for the Wolverines, as coming in to play third base is Gabby De Los Reyes. And first pitch goes right up towards third base. And the Broncos get their leadoff batter onto first base. Brings up to bat now, number 23, Rigoli. And a bunt laid down, but kicks her while in the box. So strike 1 on the foul ball. The 0-1 misses high for 1-1. The 1-1 in there for strike 2.
Here we go, Ava.
Oh, 1 ball, 2 strikes. And it's going to get tapped. Stay fair. Now runners at first and second for the Broncos. And no outs.
Here we go, Bella.
And the batter, number 12, Bella, watches the first pitch miss inside for ball 1. Broncos threatening now with a runner in scoring position and 1 right behind her. No outs. There's a swing and a miss to bring the count even at 1-1. Next one in there for strike 2. And that pitch misses wide. And the count now 2 balls, 2 strikes. Two misses low outside, and the count goes full. Payoff pitch coming. And gets called for strike 3 on the outside part of the zone. Wolverines needed that to get their first out. Brings up to bat now, number 5, Kaya Haston, who takes the first pitch and hits over to second base, flips on over to first, and now 2 outs. But with that hit, 2 runners able to move into scoring position. With now runners at 2 and 3 for the Broncos. First pitch in there for strike 1.
Here we go, Casey.
No balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Casey rigging the batter. And she hits that straight back to the pitcher. Makes a nice play there. Tori able to get the glove on it, tosses over to first base, and the 3rd out made. As we start the 5th inning, Catalina Barance leading off for the Wolverines.
Me. I got you.
And the first pitch, as Catalina is hit foul up the third base line for strike 1. And that one's going to go into center field. And Catalina on with a single. Brings up to bat now her sister, Angelina Barance.
One for 99.
And we've got a pinch runner on the base paths as Molly Smith comes in to run for Catalina. All right, substitution recorded by the umpire. And now we're ready for action. And Angelina looks for the first pitch, which is in there for strike 1. And that's going to get hit over short. Short backhands, it looks to 2. Then once she throws to 1, that delay looking for the play at 2 allows both runners to reach base safely. Now Samantha Ellis comes up to the plate. And she lays down a nice bunt. And everyone's going to reach base. Nice hustle there by Samantha. And now bases are loaded with no outs. All right, Brianna Casey, opportunity to put some runs on for her team. Watches the first pitch in for strike 1. And she's going to hit that one. It's going to make its way into center field. That's going to allow 2 runs to come across. The throw to home is going to allow Samantha to head on over to third. And Brianna able to get to second. So 2 runs crossed, and now 2 more runners for the Wolverines in scoring position. Brings up to bat now Aaron Lowe. And the first pitch to Aaron goes to short. Short fires across. But Samantha able to come in. Now puts your Wellington Wolverines up by a score of 7-0. At bat now, Maddie Touche with 1 out and a runner in second base. That's Brianna. Watches that first pitch for strike 1. And that's going to grab the outside part of the zone for strike 2. We've seen a lot of room to work with on the outside part of the plate. Pitchers starting to see that and work it. And that one's going to get popped straight up. The catcher tries to make the play in foul territory, comes off her glove, bounces off. Tough to make that play. First baseman
Good try, Addie.
maybe had the better angle. Very tough to make that. But that works out well for Maddie. So now she's going to have to protect down the count 0-2. And living on that outside part of the plate, doesn't get the call this time. Count now 1-2. Batter's going to have to be careful. Maybe foul some of those away. All right, so Maddie steps in. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And 1 out. And that's going to come off the end of the bat. Second baseman grabs it for out number 2. And now at bat, Gabby De Los Reyes. We saw her come in to third base in the last part of the inning. Now getting her first at bats of the game. And again, it's that outside strike. Brings the count to 1-1. And that comes down the middle, but fouled away for 1-2. And the 1-2 fouled. Nice job there by Gabby protecting. And we stay at 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner at second base. And the outside pitch has to be hit. Goes to second. And the third out made. Well, several runs able to come across throughout this game. As we move into the bottom of the 5th inning, it's the Wolverines up on the Broncos by a score of 7-0. All right, umpires ready, and we're ready for action. And the first pitch to Adriana in there for strike 1 on the inside part of the zone. And that's going to miss low for 1-1. Here comes the 1-1 delivery. Oh, just misses the top of the zone for 2 balls, 1 strike. And that one wide. Now puts the batter up in the count, 3-1. So batter's count here. Torrey Payne on 55 pitches in the outing. Here comes pitch 56. He's going to get tapped foul. And with that, the count goes full. The 3-2 fouled once again.
Keep fighting, Adriana.
And that ball misses low. And the Broncos have their leadoff batter headed on over to first base.
Here we go, Addie.
And now to the plate, number 18, Addie McFadden. First pitch to Addie. Called for ball one. Here comes the 1-0. Yeah, let's get fouled to the backstop. And count moves to 1-1. One ball, one strike. And that pitch misses low. And the count moves to 2-1. Two balls, one strike. And that's going to miss low and outside. And another 3-1 count. Here comes the 3-1 delivery. And that misses outside. And the second walk of the inning puts runners at first and second base. And no outs. Timeout called. Coach Jackie going to come on out and talk to her team, settle them down. Hey, we got 3 games coming this week. Between this game this evening, and we've got a game on Wednesday as the team heads out towards the acreage area. And then they're going to end the week on Friday night playing a home game. So 3 total games this week. And then next week, just before the spring break, 4 games. So you're getting your fix of softball here as things have been ramping up. Important game here, division game. And so far the Wolverines looking good. But the Broncos looking to try to get some runs across, down by a score of 7-0. All right, everyone's headed back into their places. Again, I remind you, runners at first and second with no outs. And the first pitch misses for ball one. And that one is going to get fouled over the backstop and out of play. And the count balances to 1-1. The 1-1 gets away, but Fiona able to chase it down without the runners able to advance. And the count now 2-1. And the 2-1 going to get hit. Oh, and the overthrow is going to allow a run to come across. And the Broncos now able to score the first run of the ball game on the overthrow to first base. There's a hit over to second. Second base scoops it up, throws to first. And another run comes across, as now Palm Beach Central has scored 2 runs. And the score moves to the Wolverines 7, the Broncos 2. And that ball gets hit just foul of third base. So 1 out here, runner at second. Bait at the bat, fouls it away. Sarah. And the count now 0-2. Tori there in the circle. Well ahead in the count. And there's a swinging strike 3. All right, good for Tori to rebound back, get that second out. As Ava Regoli comes up to the plate for the Broncos. First pitch, swung and a miss for strike 1. Second pitch, swung, tipped for strike 2.
There we go, Ava.
All right, second batter in a row here, down on an 0-2 count. And that one gets fouled back. And we stayed 0-2.
Let's dance, baby.
And there's a swinging strike 3. Well, the Wolverines able to put down the last 2 batters on strikes, but not before. The Broncos are able to put up a crooked number here as the score moves to the Wolverines 7 and the Palm Beach Central Broncos 2. Top of 6, leading things on for the Wolverines is Tori Payne, your pitcher. And the first pitch for Tori's at bat misses low and outside for ball number 1. And that's going to get hit over to short. Short grabs it, fires over to first, but throw offline. And Tori on. We see some struggles at shortstop this evening for the Broncos. And we got a change of runner for the pitcher. As number 5, Haley Hirsch in to run. First pitch of the at-bat misses wide for ball 1. Second pitch, check swing for strike. And the count now 1-1 on the batter, number 2, Fiona Gannon. Seen Fiona catch the last 2 innings. And there's a swinging strike 2. And here comes the 1-2 delivery. Catcher sets outside. A little change up, but misses high for 2-2. The 2-2 gets hit on over to third. Third baseman pops it. Able to knock it down and fire on over to first base to grab the out. But the Wolverines able to move a runner into scoring position as Haley gets on over to second base. Brings up to bat now number 99, Catalina Barance. First pitch, Catalina misses wide, allowing Haley to head on over to third base. And now the Wolverines with a run just 60 feet away with 1 out. And the pitch gonna get hit foul and out of play. And the count balances to 1 ball, 1 strike. Oh, the 1-1 is drilled deep into left center field. That's going to come off the fence on a 1-hopper. And Catalina's going to head on over to second base as she gets herself an RBI double. So Haley running for Torrey, manages to get home. And the score moves to the Wolverines 8 and the Broncos 2. Nice hit there by Catalina. Now Angelina Barance up to bat. Watches the first pitch, it's wide. And Catalina able to slide under the tag. And now another runner just 60 feet away. Nice block there by the catchers. That ball sails in low. And the count now 2-0. The 2-0 goes wide for 3-0. So we'll see here if Angelina's green lighted to swing or if she's just going to watch. Put the pressure on the pitcher to deliver a perfect strike. And that one's going to get hit over second base into right field. And Catalina able to come across as Angelina hits her in. And another run scored for the Wolverines. Looks like we might have a change in the lineup. And sure enough, we do. So coming in to bat, let's see who we've got here. So number 16, that's Samantha Gregory now coming in to bat for Samantha Ellis. So a little switch of Samanthas here in the lineup. Samantha looks for her first pitch of the game, which is called a strike on the outside part of the zone. Tough for batters to do anything with that ball, other than try to knock it away. That's why we've seen a few hit over towards second base, the right side of the infield, as batters having to defend. But that one misses for 1-1. And that ball gets fouled. And now the count 1-2. And the 1-2 gets hit over to third base. Third baseman scoops, fires to first, but first baseman not able to hold on to it. Runners are going to head around as the ball makes it into foul territory out into right field. By the time it's chased down, a run for the Wolverines and a runner at second base. So Angelina able to make it all the way around, and Samantha over to second. All right, 1 ball, no strikes. And that one hit hard. And the third's going to make its way into left field, coming all the way around.
She's out.
And the out at home plate. As Samantha tried to extend that one, but a nice throw comes in from left field. And the second out of the inning. Brianna able to make it all the way over to second base. And now Aaron Lowe up to bat. And that ball is going to get away. And Brianna hustles over to third base. And there's that outside strike that we've seen all night. Count now, 1 ball, 1 strike. 2 outs. Runner at third base. Aaron Lowe at the plate. And that ball missed low. Nice block by the catcher. And the count now 2-1. And there's that outside strike. 2 balls, 2 strikes to count for Aaron. Anything outside, she's going to have to foul away, put the barrel on. And she's going to hit that one. And it's going to get in between short and third. Going to allow another run to score. And Aaron's on with a single. And it looks like we're going to have a potentially another change here. So Yanira Andrade comes up to bat. There's the Wolverines subbing to get a few more of their players off the bench and give them some opportunities to see the field. Up by a score of 11-2. And there's that outside strike. Here comes the 0-1. And that one comes right over the plate for 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. Yanira are going to have to defend here. See what you can do. And there's the outside pitch. Well played there. We were waiting for somebody to go ahead and knock that one into right field. And now we've got runners at the corners with 2 outs. Good job there by Yanira. And now up to bat, Gabby De Los Reyes, who takes no time and hits it into left field, allowing another run to score. And now with 2 outs, we have runners at second and third base. I'm sorry, at first and second base. And the score now moves to 12-2. And another substitution as Grace Van Dyke comes in to bat for Tori Payne. So some freshmen getting an opportunity to play as the upperclassmen take a seat and allow them to get some experience. And the first pitch to Grace called for strike 1. And Grace is going to hit that one into center field. And a little thought there, and going to come all the way across is Yanira. And now the Wolverines up by a score of 13-2. First pitch low for ball number 1. To the batter, Fiona Gannon. Here's a swing for strike. Nice pitch. Fiona grabs the outside strike zone. And Fiona steps in with a 1-2 count. And just a little wide for 2-2. And the 2-2 gets hit on over to short. Short bobbles it a little bit. No play to be made, and bases are loaded. And now we've got another change in the lineup as number 15, Cameron Vickers, comes in to bat for number 99, Catalina Barance. Once again, another freshman getting an opportunity here. See some action. First pitch misses outside for ball 1. And that one's going to get hit foul towards third base. And the count now 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs, bases loaded. The Wolverines up by 11 runs. And the next pitch to Cam. He's going to get hit over to second base. Second baseman picks it up, flicks it on over to first, and the third out made. And the first pitch comes out of play over the backstop for strike number 1. For the batter, Hamilton for the Broncos. And that pitch is going to hit deep into center field. That's going to one hop off the fence, the relay on. And a nice solid hit by Hamilton that just came short of being an over the fence home run. So a leadoff double by Hamilton. Try to spark some life here into the Broncos, down by 11 runs. Now up to bat, Haston watches the first pitch come down the river for strike number 1. And that pitch gets swung and missed for strike 2. And Grace well ahead now by a count of 0-2 on the batter. And the inside pitch swung on and missed for strike 3. A nice job by Grace as she records her first strikeout for her high school team. Comes the next pitch. Yeah, it's going to get fouled to the backstop for strike 1. First strikeout of Grace's high school career right there. It's got to make her feel good and to bring the next batter to a strike as well. See if she keeps firing away. And another foul tip to the backstop. And she's ahead once again, 0-2. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Just misses that outside strike call. Definitely hunting for it. And the pitch going to make its way to second. Nice gun. Wow. What a play by Maddie Touche. Fielding it well at shortstop to grab the second out. That was not an easy play to make. All right, 2 outs now. And that pitch going to get hit right on over to first base, where Cameron able to pick it up, tag first, and the third out. All right, so one last inning to play. Or no, that's going to do it. That's going to do it with the Wellington Wolverines taking the victory here by a score of 13-2 after 6 full innings of play. I want to thank you very much for joining us. Join us again tomorrow, 6:30. We'll be playing some more softball again tomorrow night. Have a great evening, everybody. Look forward to seeing you back soon. Once again, the Wellington Wolverines take the win here, 13-2 over the Palm Beach Central Broncos.